Welcome back to the expert walkthrough for Bloodborne, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Let's Play Dark Souls HD. Hello, doll. What? We've been acknowledging each other since the beginning of this playthrough, and now you're just gonna act like you don't know who I am? Fine, that's cool. I see how it is. Women. Okay, so in the last episode, we headed down to Old Yharnam, and we are going to start there today. Now, before you go down in this place, there are two things that I highly recommend you do. You need to either pick up Gascoigne's set, because of its superior poison resistance. Don't worry about rapid poison right now, it's slow poison that you need to worry about, the purple icon. Get as much slow poison resistance as you can. Now, I'm not going to buy this thing because I don't need it. I actually have the Yharnam Hunter garb. This is where it will come in handy because of its slow poison resistance. But I do have Gascoigne's gloves in his pants. So I'll go ahead and keep this as my setup. This will give me the most poison resistance. The next thing you need to do is you need to make sure that you have a source of fire. We have this, babushka. And then we also have molotovs. And then Al gave us the fire paper. Now you can buy molotovs, remember, and they're cheap. Now I've got, they only cost 380. I have 3,380. So I can buy 8 of these things if I wanted to. I'm not going to buy that many because I don't need that many. But, just keep in mind, the antidotes are going to help too. You don't have to buy any antidotes because, I mean, if you have 5, if you picked up the maximum amount, you should have 4, but I did get an antidote drop on one of the crows at the beginning of Cathedral Ward. That's why we have 5. You should have 4 up to this point if you didn't get any antidote drops, though. So if you don't have any molotovs, I'd recommend buying at least 4 or 5 of them. 4 is going to do for now, just for the examples that I'll show you to use it with. Now this, buy it if you want, because it's going to lead to a courtyard that's going to have a lot of Madman's knowledge. You'll have access to a lot of insight. And it will also further Eileen's questline, the Crow Lady. I think everything else we're looking pretty good on, though. So yeah, let's head down to Old Yharnam. It's gonna be fun. And obviously, make sure that your blood vials and your bullets are maxed out before you head into a brand new area when you don't know what to expect. See, I don't think I have the ability to buy oil urns right now. We will, though. And I'm going to need those. Now, see that silencing gun for the multiplayer? When I first read the description, I initially thought that when you summon somebody to your world, you shoot them with it. And, like, essentially kill them to get them out of your world, but no, you just end up, like, firing it forward or in the air or something, and it just sends them home or whatever. It was disappointing. So when you run up to this door, don't let it confuse you. It's going to say inspect, not open, so you're going to get a note. This town is long abandoned. Hunters not wanted here. But then the prompt changes to open door. Now, I know some people are going to play this game and they're going to read that and be like, oh, that means I can't go in there. Now, where do I go? No. You're supposed to read the note first, then it gives you the option to open the door. Which I don't know how you could make anything out on that text. When you step out here, there's going to be a voice.
You there? Hunter! Didn't you see the warning? Turn back at once. Old Yharnam, burned and abandoned by men, is now home only to beasts. They are of no harm to those alive. Turn back, or the hunter will face the hunt.
Alright, that is Jura. There's actually a G in there. Or there's actually a D at the beginning, kind of like Django. So, when you see his name, don't call him Dejura. I called him that. It was pretty stupid. But, that's him up there. And no, this giant minigun, the gatling gun he has, it's not for show. He has infinite ammo, and he will continue to shoot at you as you run through the level. And you can, get a peek at what you're going to deal with The enemies here are different. They're not like what we've dealt with so far. They are more intelligent, they come in groups, they cause poison, and they hit harder. There's one coming right now. These guys are more evolved into their beasthood. Hello. No. So as you can see, they're more resilient to our damage. Not that they're difficult or anything, and sorry about the frame rate, it's been like that since the game came out. I don't know why they won't fix it, but for some reason, during this very beginning section, there goes the scrambler. Damn it. I really gotta go get him. Would you die, please? You're not disappearing. Don't even think about it. Okay. Now, I tried not to get his attention. You can't get back up. And the point of that scrambler is to make you miss that item. That's bloodstone shards. I can't remember how many. I think it's like 3 of them. Maybe just 1. We're gonna have to find out, but I know it's bloodstone shards. And we picked up bloodstone shards off of the scrambler, so we're good. We're just gonna get more. So this is the only way to go. You're going to have to go down until you can go back up. Now there is one huge thing to your advantage in this place. And you also get a good look at what you're going to be dealing with. We are going to be going down into those streets. The enemies, they don't actually model right now. So you can't see them because their texture isn't activating, because that area of the game, it's not actually loading. It can't be interacted with right now. But we are going to be going down there, and those streets are going to be loaded with traps and different kinds of mobs that are going to be difficult to deal with. When we will cover that as we get to it. So be cautious as you're dropping down. All you have to do is take one wrong step and you tumble to your death. And if you drop down in all the right places, you should be just fine. You're not going to lose any health. Now if you hear that breathing, no, you're not crazy. That's because it's breathing. You've got this guy over in the corner, but that guy, he is actually a diversion. He's got his back turned to you, and the game is thinking against you. It knows what you know. You're thinking, I'll just be real quiet and come up and backstab him from behind. Wrong. There's a guy right around this corner that's going to see you. So just be careful. That guy. He's going to run up, and he's going to attack you as soon as you try to bum rush his buddy. So seeing as how this guy is much closer, what you want to do is you want to take him out first. And this guy's going to run over, and he's going to try to attack you as you're fighting this guy, but he'll be too late, because you'll kill this guy really quick. These dudes aren't tough. They don't have a whole lot of health, and they don't hit that hard. The problem is they are poisonous. The more they hit you, the more the poison meter builds. So do yourself a favor. When you get to this point, make sure you have your antidotes on your hotbar, so you can get to them. So let's take this guy out. Couple hits and he's down. What do you know? Friend didn't even hear us. And these dudes are toast. They drop blood vials too, so we just got the better version of the torch. The Hunter's Torch is actually really useful. It can be upgraded, weirdly enough. It doesn't look any different. It looks the exact same. Has the same thrust moveset. Oops. But it scales with Arcane. It has a B in Arcane. So the more damage, the more points you feed into your stats for Arcane, the more damage you'll do with this torch. And it can be upgraded. So you can have this torch all the way up to +10 if you want. I would much rather have the Flame Sprayer. It is a more potent source of firepower. And you can see, obviously, this is the corpse of a hunter. Let's see if we can get a good look at him. Yep, he's got the hunter armor on. Poor guy. Just didn't make the cut. So I don't believe there's anything back here. Man, all the trees are marked up. That's like the one thing I noticed that was really obscure is that all the trees have like distinct scratching patterns on them. I don't know why. You see like bodies hanging from the rope and everything. Yeah, the dude... He should be right up top of one of these towers. I believe it's that one, is where Jura is. We're gonna get him. Don't worry. And no, this doesn't open. Don't worry about it. Nothing back towards this corner. We are good. We've officially cleared the area. So now the only place to go is further down. You'll notice at the drop right here, you're going to have to be careful. You don't want to take any damage from these falls because it's just a waste of blood vials. Walk out on here. And always look for the easiest place to drop down. You know, it's no big deal if you lose a little bit of health on your way down, but you want to keep as much as possible. This is a shortcut. Doesn't open from this side. Like I said, we started on the wrong side of the world. Get used to it. But that will be a very useful shortcut after we open it. It'll eliminate a lot of work and travel. So going up this way, you are going to find the ladder to get back up. There should be an item right at the top waiting for us. Boom. Money. Alright. And we are going to have to repeat that real quick just so we can get this item. Bloodstone shards. It was 1. And that's okay. Because 1 is better than none. So it's only going to take us a second to get back up there. I know it may have seemed redundant for just 1 bloodstone shard, but you know what? Makes all the difference. Because we have... Nope, not the stats. We have 9 of them now. That means we can +2 yet another weapon. Or we can upgrade one of our +2 weapons once. So you must take what you can get. There shouldn't be anything around the corner here. Okay, so let's talk about Jura for a second. He is 100% hostile right now. But he doesn't stay hostile. You can go up there and fight him if you want to. I don't recommend it. He's extremely tough. He's got a very large health pool for low levels. And he's also powerful. I mean, he'll kill you really fast. The damage that he does is ridiculous. So, once you get down to a certain point, like right around this area, a little bit before it actually on the stairs. Yeah, see the stairs that start right here, kind of go down past this tower and lead to this plane? Yeah, once you get about near that staircase, that's when he starts shooting at you with the gatling gun. It'll kill you very fast. I mean, it's a machine gun. So... Okay, nothing back here. Ugh, frame rate. Now, this is fire. And it's 2015. Respect the mechanics of the game. Fire bad. Fire hurts if you touch it. So don't run aimlessly into these totem poles of fire, because they will cause damage. Now I know there should be items hidden off to the side as we continue, just not over here. Okay. So I mentioned in the previous video that the enemies here are smarter, and they seem to come out of nowhere. We need to keep your eyes peeled. See that first pile of smoke closest to us? I'm watching 1080p. Click in HD. Full screen it. You see those glowing yellow eyes behind the smoke? That is an enemy. And he's going to come running at us. Because we can't really see him through the smoke too well, but he can see us just fine. See that? That jump attack is lethal. Now we got his buddy's attention. We got a blood gem. Now, notice the one sleeping right here. He's breathing. Like I said, the monocular might seem like a really pointless item, but it's good, and has good uses, so that you can look ahead. You moron, I'm trying to examine my surroundings. Okay. This guy won't wake up for any reason until you get near him. You can sit here and stare at him all day. You can kill his buddies. Nothing's going to happen. But he is designed to wake up as you're fighting these two. There's a reason that those enemies spawn behind clouds of smoke, so that you can't see them. So you'll get dangerously close. He'll wake up out of nowhere. You won't even see him. But, I mean, he wakes up slow. So you have enough to get a charge attack on him. Off in this corner, you're going to see more of those hooded beasts that do the poison damage. I just like breaking everything. I can't really justify it. I just do it to do it. More bloodstone shards. Okay, we can get a better look at Jura now. Look at him. He is on that thing. He is ready to start pulling that trigger and just fill us with lead. So once we get down that way, yeah, we're going to have to be very cautious. So let's go get these guys over here real quick. I don't know how he heard me from over there. That was kind of weird. These guys, they are nothing when they're far away. They will literally eat shit if you have range on them. We got another blood gemstone. And more money. I like breaking stuff. Can't explain why. Alright, we are getting to the point where he's going to start shooting us. Notice how this first plane down here is loaded with spots you can hide behind, like statues. But you have enemies patrolling. Do yourself a favor, make use of your fire bombs while you're hiding behind these things, or he will shoot them. You know, they are very susceptible to his damage. And he is susceptible to their damage. If you can get one of these enemies to follow you all the way up here, they will keep swinging at him and possibly kill him. Do enough damage to kill him, and he won't become hostile to you because you're not the one attacking him. It's very strange. But he will shoot these things. You know, he won't shoot at them directly because they are on his side. Well, he's on their side. They're not on his side. But he's defending these creatures. You'll find out later. But while he's shooting at you, if they're in the bullet path, they will get hit for a lot of damage. Can't count on that because it's hard to actually make him shoot them. But yeah, I'd recommend polling these guys. You know, polling is just a typical RPG technique that we've all grown to love and abuse. Run down here.
Adept, merciless.
Ow. Give me my health back. Urgh. Wow. They're all doing the same attack over and over again. Wasn't expecting that. I was actually expecting them to do different moves, but both of them kept doing the weird lunge attack. Kind of caught me off guard. Probably why that looked sloppy. But I know I talked while he was talking. I didn't mean to do that. I got a little frustrated, but he says you're a skilled hunter, and you know, I'm gonna have to kill you if you come any further. So that's his warning to you. Once you step down in that area, he's gonna shoot at you. So again, run down here, get these guys' attention, go back. Okay, fine, tough guy. Now these dudes are fast. They will interrupt your attacks, especially if your weapon is slow like mine. I'd probably be better off using the sword version of this attack, or this weapon. Come on, I don't have all day. Okay, just one more. Like I said, these guys, they're powerless. But that poison, though. Right? That's how much poison they can cause with just one scratch. So maybe 3 or 4 hits with those guys and you are poisoned. Poison is no joke in this game. It's, you know, it's potent. It will cause a lot of damage. So there's a reason I was pointing out these piles of statues. Because once you kill all those guys, it's a good idea to use them to your advantage. Hide behind them. Now I know there should be one more enemy down here patrolling. He hasn't started shooting at me yet. That's weird. Hello? Alright, that's cool. So, you can drop down right here and get that item. Or you can go forward. Doesn't matter. You're going to drop down to the same area either way. Go down right here.
Which is why I must stop you.
Stay here. Okay. This is a good spot to stop for that. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to drop down and go get that item. But I'm just showing you that you can go down this way and you can hide behind this little pillar. He will just barely shave your head with those bullets. You know, you can use the wall too, but there are going to be enemies on the way down. So just find any kind of cover, anything that will stop you from getting shot by that thing, because one round of those bullets is typically enough to get you down to, like, red health. Well, your health is already red, but you know what I mean. Like, down to a critical amount. It's bad. So I'm going to run back up here. So he fires in bursts like that. Those bursts can kill you, especially if you get hit with all the shots. I mean, if every bullet connects with you, you're going to be hurting. So the reason I choose to drop down here is because, for one, you have cover, but you get to deal with these guys in a more comfortable fashion. Now, this dude right here. How did that... Wow. I don't know why that didn't hit him. Whatever. Okay, we got an adept blood gemstone. Nice. Okay. Go ahead and grab this. More antidotes. The game is actually trying to help for once. Okay. Do not step out here. Don't do it. Just wait. So dropping down right there to get the item gives you an opportunity to approach from here. See what I mean? Now you don't have to run past the open and get shot at. I hear the pitter-patter. I hear the feet. No. Arrgh. See how much damage that did? Jeez. He's bad. Anyways, if you had gone the normal way, not only would you be running through an opening and possibly getting hit by bullets, but that thing was right here. You would have ran past it, possibly, and got attacked from behind. So, before you come running out here, get this thing's attention. He will die in the explosion, because these urns that you see all over the place, these pots, they are full of something explosive. Some kind of, like, gunpowder, or something like that. All of these things. Like, doesn't look like it. But still, get this guy's attention with a pebble or something, because if he's in there, he typically gets destroyed by the explosion, because once Jura starts firing at you, this is an opening. You know, he's going to have a clear shot at you as soon as you get on these steps, and as soon as he shoots one of these pots, they're all going to ignite and explode. So get this dude's attention. You don't want him swinging at you while you're down there. Yeah, this weapon is a lot faster. I should probably start using this against them. Okay, we got one more. That's it. Come on up. What the... That's it. This is simple stuff. And a few hits is doing it with these guys. That's good. So the safe spot is going to be all the way over there in the corner. Like, next to the item. I mean, in the absolute corner. So you're going to have to run for it. Right over here. So he didn't hit any of those things, which is good. I'm glad. More antidote. Hey, Jura. You want to try to shoot these things? Look, there it goes. Woo! That's dangerous. Those explosions will hurt a lot. So, now that we're safe from that, there's no more items in this particular room. Our next destination is over the plank here. Gotta go fast. Don't go slow. Get into the next room. Don't go any further. There's sleeping enemies in here. Getting an item right there. You're going to be drawn to it. That thing is going to show up. Get this guy out here. He woke up. Alright. And get this guy's attention with a pebble because there is one more enemy sleeping around the corner. You can nail this guy with a molotov if you want. I would rather brutally hack him up with my weapon. Come on out. Hey, come on. Oh, I can hear his friend breaking stuff over there. Really? He's... Okay, that's cool. There he is. Well, that didn't work. That'll work. Sure. Anything to make yourself vulnerable to me. So he was sleeping right here. You notice how these enemies, they curl up in little balls, and you can barely see them sleeping in place. So that was what they were supposed to do. When he screams, it wakes them up, and also causes them to go into a fit of rage, and increases their attack speed and power. Yo. That's it. Come here. Scream if you want, I don't care. You don't have any allies. See, they're a chump, especially if they can't get close. Don't let them grab you, whatever you do. Don't let them do that weird creep-up grab attack. So we're not having to use many of our blood vial, or our antidotes, which is really good. We just got a blood-tinged gemstone. Now, what do you notice about our firearms? They only scale with blood tinge, or arcane, depending. This is the one that you can actually use that on. So we just got our very first blood tinge gemstone, and you would apply this to a firearm. Blood gem that fortifies weapons and adds various property. Yeah, we already know about that. Circular blood gems are normally used to fortify firearms. So this one adds blood attack up plus 1.8%. Let's see, I believe our shotgun should already have a slot unlocked. Should, yeah, pretty sure. Or no, it hasn't been upgraded. So no, it cannot. That's okay. We're not planning on upgrading it anyway, and I don't really care how much damage it does. That is just my personal preference at this point. Now this staircase, I always wondered, like, I keep trying to figure out where it would go, specifically in this building, if the steps weren't collapsed. So again, coming out here, Jura is right there. He's going to start shooting at you, if he sees you. Okay. There are lots of enemies out here. Lots of them. You've got guys that are cloaked, that are laying down, like sitting there silently waiting so that you will think there's no one. You can already see the one guy over there. I don't want him to shoot me, so I don't want to walk too far out here. You can see the guy sitting right there. You can see a hooded guy on the ground. He's breathing. He's moving. And then you've got a couple guys patrolling that guy. So, the best way to go about this... I'm going to break these just because I can. The best way to go about... Oh yeah, the crows. I don't want to miss these guys. Now, since we have a big spread, I'm going to use that to our advantage. Bloodstone shards. And a pebble. Score. I don't want to forget about that. Like I was saying, best way to deal with this is to run straight forward. Don't try to stop at the door. Like you see this big cathedral right here that's in front of us, this big church building. There's going to be a door right at the base on the other side of this garden with the tree. And that's to fool you into thinking you can go in there when you're not supposed to. Where you're actually supposed to go is you're supposed to go down that way. Woo! Now there are 2 hunters that are waiting over there. There's, I believe. Or maybe it's 1. We're gonna find out. Anyway, this is a strategy. We'll go back for the items in a little bit. Just go. There's one of the hunters right there. He's got a saw spear. And you can either run this way, I'm gonna have a couple guys with you. My hunter axe isn't very fast, so I'm having a hard time out meleeing these guys. Or, if you prefer to go up this ladder, it will take you to Jura, and you will have an alternate drop-down spot for this initial hallway. Watch for that guy. He's hidden, and he's out of sight for a reason. You're not supposed to be able to see him when you come in, because he'll drop down behind you when you try to take on these guys. Man, the noises are pretty unsettling, too. So don't worry about this right here. It's just another shortcut, doesn't open from that side. Jura can't shoot down. He can't hit you from right there because his machine gun doesn't tilt that far. So you can go for these items just fine. There's his hunter friend. That guy's a dick. You don't want him to fight you. Like, he's not exactly tough, but he's not easy. He's going to be very difficult to fight, especially with Jura shooting at you. So I don't recommend fighting him right now. What I'm going to do, however, is I'm going to go grab that item. I'm going to hide behind the fountain for cover. Or not the fountain, this, whatever this is. I don't care about these guys. Ow. Ow. I don't really care about these guys. And yes, trees are not bulletproof for some reason. If trees are bulletproof for some reason, you can use this if you want. I'm not concerned about these guys hitting me because they're weak. I'm concerned with Jura. I'm gonna use my overhead attack for these guys. Like, they're weak. I know they almost killed me or whatever because I was being sloppy, but it was mainly because I was trying to get away from him. I don't want him to shoot me. Now, these guys, obviously, if you use your lock on, there's a guy behind the smoke. Two of them. Go figure. And use my range to my advantage. Oops, out of stamina. I got my health back, though. Awesome. Now that guy can move forward just a little bit. You don't want him to shoot at you. Make sure you stay under cover. Can get to the point where I can lock onto this thing. I guess I can't while he's sleeping. Whatever. He's gonna die for it. Okay. So now all these guys are officially out of the way. I just wanted that item. That's all I cared about. So I'm going to use this for cover. And wait for his little burst to be over. Grab the item. That's money. Worth it. Go back for cover. Watch for that. I don't see him. It's making me uncomfortable. There he is. Watch for that guy. He will come here and fight you. Like, you know, he doesn't stay permanently leashed. You know, he'll most of the time, more often than not, he'll keep running back and forth, and he won't actually come this far. But there have been encounters I've had with him where he literally just didn't care. So I'm gonna go this way. Ow. You dick. Oh, that's it. Oh. You better run. You better run. What's hurting him? Oh, I want some more, do ya? No? Make up your mind. Alright. You... Come on, get up here. What's wrong? And his AI is being weird right now. It does that from time to time. It's the fire. Fire's hurting him. He's derping. Okay. So this ladder right here. This is the way to get up to Jura. I'm not going to fight him right now. I don't have any desire to fight him because, for one, it's extremely difficult. I don't have confidence in my ability to take him down other than knocking him off the edge. But the other reason I don't want to fight him is because I want to get his dialogue later. If you can approach this place from behind without startling him... There he is. Hi. Peekaboo. Where's the baby? There he is. Anyways, you get a good look at him if you want. I can't use this monocular. I wish I could. I'd be like creepily peeking at him from over the ledge with a monocular. That would be strange. What would you do if you saw the tip of somebody's head with a monocular pointing at you from on a ladder while you were standing on a building? You certainly wouldn't smile and pose. Anyways, the weapon he uses is called the Stake Driver. It's extremely powerful, especially up close. He has a charge attack on that thing that can send you flying across the rooftop and possibly knock you off the edge, killing you instantly. He also has a blunderbuss, the shotgun that we have, and it's powerful. Him shooting you with that blunderbuss does about a quarter of your health, much like Gascoigne's. He's strong. This guy will give you a harder time than Gascoigne. Now what you can do is, while he's turning around slowly to look at you, you can knock him off the edge. You can run up to him and spam R1, just like the light attack, send him tumbling, and he's no problem. I don't want to kill him right now, because later, when you approach from behind after unlocking the shortcut, he's not hostile. He'll actually want to chat with you. He's not so bad once you talk to him. He's just misunderstanding our purpose right now. My main concern was coming up here for this drop-off. Now, if you're quick about it, you can get your health back, but I was a little slow. Now, these items up here at these rafters, you're going to have to be very cautious while getting these. I'm not going to go for them just yet. Okay, now the guys in the hallway here, there's two different sizes of these monsters. There's the big ones, and there's the small ones. The big ones have the scream ability, where their eyes turn red and they cause the fuzzy guys with the claws that are running around all over the place, it causes them to go into a frenzy, and they will swarm you and attack you with frightening speed and strength. It's kind of crazy. So, oh man, this is crazy. This whole room is unsettling. Like, you can hear just the noises, like the groaning and the moaning. Ew, it's freaky. Now, since we're up this high, I may as well go get this item real quick, since this is the highest up item on the rafters. Now, this part is a lot like Anor Londo from Dark Souls. You just take your time, walk slowly. The only difference is you don't have painting guardians throwing knives at you. Ugh, I hate that so much. That part. When it poses difficulty for you to just get up on the ledge like that, usually gives me some crazy butt clench. Now you'll notice that the layer down there, if you drop down to that spot here, you're not going to take any damage. This is the way to drop down without losing any health. If we drop down right here, we're going to lose health. The fall is too far. And you're not going to be able to get up to one of those guys fast enough for the regain effect. So what you want to do is you want to drop down to this level. And then from here, it's just straightforward. Look at that. Didn't lose any health. There's a screamer. Now, the sound is absolute nightmare fuel, but pay attention. See? They're on to us now. They know. You hear those things trying to get to us with everything they're made of? Even though we're way up here? He alerts them of where we are exactly, pinpoints them in our direction. They will come for us. The AI is advanced, so they're coming for us right now. Yeah, scream it up, I don't care. That's it. Whoosh! Don't let them grab you, whatever you do. Whoosh! Look at that face! Ugh. Blood vials. Thank you. Okay, as for the rest of this room, pretty straightforward. There's nothing in the breakables. You can break them anyway, like me, if you'd like. But there really is nothing on the way here. This entire hallway just has 2 enemies. Break it all. Boom. Once you get to the end, more antidotes. We haven't used a single one so far, which is good. It means we have decent poison resistance. Now, be careful when you come down here. You're walking out here, you're going to have a couple of these enemies. This is the one that was screaming at us. There should be... Yeah, there's an item down there. And that dude is right here. Ugh, man, that hyper armor. He didn't give a shit that we were spin to winning him. He screamed right through it. Now those things are going to come running up at us. You're going to have a bunch of them. So be ready. Look, see the glowing red eyes? They're frenzied. Use something that has range like this. How did I not hit you? Alright. Woo! Now notice how they are officially buffed. They have poison. Well, here comes more of them. So just be ready. Okay. Now I'm stressing this for a reason. Your best bet is to use your longest range attack. Look, there he is. See if we can hit him through the wall. Yes! Killing the Screamer is how you get them to stop. Once you kill him, he can't scream anymore. He can't buff him. And the buff is not permanent. That's it. Uh-oh. Okay. So, definitely make sure that you are in this area when they start chasing you. You've got room to move around. And I mean, it's overall good. You notice how I was able to evade most of their attacks just by rolling around. And it takes practice. I made it look easier than it really is, but yeah, well-timed dodges is the way to go. And yeah, they have like a secondary poison kind of attack for when they die. It's like a small cloud that causes a little bit of poison buildup. Like that. It's either when they hit you, or I'm pretty sure he's just barely tapping me. That's probably what it is, and I'm attacking him as he hits me, and I'm getting the regain back. It's almost like I'm not losing any health. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. It's either that or when they die, there's like a little bit of poison left over that, like an airborne kind of effect. Okay, there should be... Yep, I guess the guy in there died too. You gotta look in these little corners. Make sure you don't miss them. That should be all of them. Alright, Madman's Knowledge. I can't open this big, beautiful door. Now this right here is a boss. He's not a boss right now. You can't hurt this thing. No matter how much you hit it, nothing is going to happen. But that is a boss. That is the Blood-Starved Beast. It will pop up at the end of Old Yharnam. And it's a very challenging boss. I'm telling you now, he's going to give us a hard time. Okay. And up here, this is the item that Garamond was speaking of. Papal Garamond. The Ritual Blood. Material used in a Holy Chalice ritual. One of the basic ingredients used to satiate a Holy Chalice is the incoagulable blood. When all is melted in blood, all is reborn. Make sure we check around the corners. Don't want to miss anything. Okay. Now there are a couple items up there that we need to go get before we leave. That's exactly what we're going to do. Take a look at these statues, though. Yeah. Looks kind of like the Mask of the Father. The Burger King mask. Look at these facial expressions. They just look like they're terrified. Like whatever it is they were in the process of worshipping or praying to is like smiting them. And this one, how the hood just kind of hangs over the face. Can't actually see the face. A little bit. Just barely. You can kind of see like the mouth and the lips. With the hand going over the face, it's, yeah. Crazy stuff. And this altar, you can see some inscriptions on it. Looks like gold. And the candles are still going. Who knows why or how. And then there's, like, I mean, just a giant pile of blood under this thing. It's just like the blood-starving process, I guess. And this giant device, this chain chandelier type thing that it's hanging on. You gotta appreciate the detail. Okay. This is where we're trying to get to. So we want to get up there as well for those items. There is a messenger item, kind of like the ribbon that we got. And then there should be some bloodstone shards, I think. Or molotovs. It's one or the other. Okay. Trying to find where the item is. There it is. It's way over there. Yeah, we're gonna have to go way back up and drop down to get to that. I'm pretty sure. It's gonna be dangerous. And then we're gonna have to leap across to get to that item. So let's get this one first. We'll just go step by step. There you are. Okay, money. Can't complain about that. Now here, when you drop down, you're gonna take damage either way, I think. Yeah. Even if you drop down at the highest point, it doesn't matter. You're gonna take damage. But going for these items way up here is where it's gonna suck. Because at that point, you're gonna die if you mess up the fall. So we're gonna have to be really, really careful, baby steps, while trying to get these other items that are hanging on the rafters. Gonna have to go back out here where Douche McGee is. He probably wants round 6. There he is. And he's got like the foreign hood, it looks like, that right here. The one that we have, that looks like he's wearing that. Which it kind of makes you look like Assassin's Creed with this setup. Except the lack of blood. Oh my goodness. I almost back hopped to my death. That would have been bad. Okay. Right here. So the best way to do this one is it's simple. Just, kind of line up with here. Look around. Make sure you didn't miss any other items on the rafters. And just line up so that you can walk off here. And yes, you're going to take damage from these falls all the time. It doesn't matter how you do it. Yes, molotovs. I like them. I need them. So this jump, it's iffy. It's not hard, I promise, but don't get frustrated if you don't do it on the first try. What you need to do is you need to get a running start like this, and then you need to just tilt it directly to the right. Like, gun it to the right as hard as you can, and let go for the jump. The point is to land right there. And there we go. It's tricky. It's not easy, but you'll get it. So there's the other messenger we got. We got the head bandage. The inhabitants of the stump appear to have an interest in adornment. Why not let them be happy and revel as babes? Yeah, this is accessory adored by the naive messengers imitating the bandages of scourge victims. Unaware of their meaning, the spatters of blood give it a particularly nice touch. You see how the messengers like it. This is how you can customize them yet again. They currently have this one on. You can customize them to have this one. And you're going to get several of these over the course of the playthrough. So now it's just a matter of following the planks down. And yes, it doesn't matter where you drop down, yet again, you're going to take damage for it. So just, I don't know, pick a spot. So now it is time to proceed out. To your immediate left, there's going to be a courtyard full of crows. This part is trickier than it looks. They're all just a bunch of birds, I know. You can cover them in molotovs if you want. I mean, it's going to be very good. Much to your advantage because of the spread. Or, you can burn them. It's another... didn't mean to do that. Well, I'm going to go ahead and kill you because you decided to be brave. You too. They flew right through it. Well, that jump attack is always going to be a one-hitter for these crows because it does so much damage. Okay, now this guy... Bloodstone shards. Looks rather inviting, wouldn't you say? I don't know how he died like this. I don't know why he died like this. It looks like he was getting seasick, maybe? Because, I mean, you see the stream running down there. There is obviously a source of water here, be it a river, a lake, or the ocean. And he just seems to have given up. Decided to take a nap on the ledge, and... he just gave up. So if you guys remember my first playthrough, I saw that guy hanging on the edge. That's the future for us. There's also going to be a scrambler right here. I don't see him, but I know he's there. I know he's there. He's like right here somewhere. He's right on the... there he is. You see his leg? Oh yeah, there's the scrambler. And he's going to run, go down the steps here. He's going to be a little tricky to get, but we're going to get him. I promise. If you're really good... look, there he goes! God, he saw us. Whatever. Yeah, and they disappear. That was dumb. I don't know why I did that. But if you're really good, what you can do is you can just annihilate him with a Molotov. Aim it perfectly, and arc it so that it goes over the steps right there, the wall between both of you, and lands right on him. I should have done that instead of walking right where he could see me and letting him escape. But if you guys remember my first playthrough, I actually was standing right here, and I no-scoped this guy with a Molotov. I pelted him. Let's see if we can do it again, just to do it. No, that didn't work so well. Let's try it one more time. I don't know how I did it before. It was literally on the first try, and it just annihilated him. I think it took 2 of them to kill him. More blood vials. So go up here, first and foremost. This is going to be your shortcut. And this is going to be a very good shortcut in case Bloodstarved Beast is giving you a hard time. So that opens up. Be careful not to fall, because the fall will kill you, even if you're at full health. I found that out the hard way. Okay. Now this spot, there's another scrambler right here. I mean, he's tricky to get, because what you need to do is, I'll see if I can get a look at him before he runs away. He should be like right over there in the grass somewhere. Get up there. There he is. See him right there? He's directly in the center of the crosshairs right now. The game wants you to run after him, because there's enemies hiding behind the smoke right here. You can't see them, obviously. They're inside the smoke. There's a couple of them. There's a pile of smoke right here, too. There's going to be multiple enemies. And you can see one sleeping right there, too, if I can... There we go. Right in the crosshairs. That's an enemy. Sleeping. A pile of fuzz sitting in the bushes. So, what you can do is use your lock-on feature. Don't be too noisy. You don't want to wake up the scrambler. You don't want him to run away and see you. I guess I can't lock on to him right now, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to walk over this way. I don't want the scrambler to see me. Just don't see me. Alright, there's the enemy. There he is, sleeping right there. If you're quiet, you can get past him. They're not going to wake up or anything. It's the scrambler I'm worried about. So in order to get this done as fast, and then there's one right in there too. Yeah, see him? So in order to get this done as fast as possible, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some fire paper on my weapon. I'll kill these guys as quick as I can and try to make it to the scrambler. Come here, you little shit. Gotcha. These guys are toast. No, damn it. Ran out of stamina. And yeah, you can try to dodge. Good luck with this sweep. And bloodstone shards. Good stuff. That didn't go so bad. If you're not careful and you don't know what to expect, it can go way worse. So you got two of these beast guys patrolling over here. I want to kill them before my fire paper runs out. Woo! Yeah, you're noticing how crazy good fire paper is. And these guys drop bloodstone shards like candy. It's a really, really high % drop chance. And I had just enough time to take them down before my fire paper ran out too. Now down at the end of this hallway, bloodstone shards. This does not open from this side. This actually leads to a boss room of a very, very difficult boss that we're not going to tamper with for a little while. Okay. Oh yeah, it's starting to look beautiful. Man, this place is depressing. It's wonderful. Okay, so if you're not prepared, this part is going to scare the crap out of you. It scared the crap out of me. Yeah. Notice the difference in our damage now. Now obviously these guys, they're not physically resilient. They stagger from our attacks, so we can put the hurt on them. Once you get those guys in a corner, if you have the stamina, just keep swinging, and they're going to die. You got this guy hanging on up here. You can pelt him with a molotov and get him down. Probably the best way to do it, in all honesty. Arrgh, that thing just had to be in the way, though. You can shoot him, too, if you want. Damn it. Shoot him. There we go. And he's against the wall, so, I mean, he's at my mercy. And you get the beast pellet. We haven't had these yet. This is a new item. Large medicinal pellets, supposedly formed of coagulated beast blood. Banned by the Healing Church due to their unclear origin, grants a spurt of beasthood. Ripping apart the flesh of one's enemies and being rained upon by their splattering blood invigorates one's sense of beasthood. feeding strength and euphoric feeling alike. This stuff has its cons, but it's very good in pros. If you consume this, you can do more and more and more damage the more you attack. Like, I mean, the faster you attack and the more damage you inflict, the higher your damage goes. So it's really good for fast weapons that hit a lot. And the problem is it lowers your defense at the same time. So, I mean, there's, you know, it's kind of a seesaw item. And depending on the situation, it can be good or bad. Depending on which variable outweighs the other. Okay, item. There's dudes in here, though. You gotta be careful. There's gonna be a guy right around the corner. Pretty sure. There he is, damn it. I looked the wrong way. Yeah, he's on the steps. You jerk. Get a job. I'm not explaining myself any further. I just like to break things. Now, the floor here is broken for a reason, so that you can get down faster instead of going up the stairs. That's my belief anyways. There's going to be a guy right around this corner, too. It's like a double trick. Oh, whoa, that lingering damage frame. That was weird. And bloodstone shards. We're going to be able to upgrade our stuff like mad. How many do we have, just out of curiosity? 29, wow. We're banking, for sure. What do you know? A shortcut. Looks familiar, right? This is the very beginning of Old Yharnam, where we chased that first scrambler. And we got more fire paper. Cool. So yeah, if you don't feel like going back down the stairs, you can kind of like drop down level by level. And sacrifice a little bit of health, but who cares? Blood vials. Okay, this part up here, it's annoying. And it's difficult. It's not easy by any means. And that smoke over there, you've got one of the big screamers. He has more health, and he hits harder, and he can build poison faster. When he screams, it's going to empower this wolf over here, this beast that's patrolling, if he decides to show up. There he is. Yeah. He's not moving right now, which is fine. Hello? There you are. Yeah, he screamed. Look, the red eyes, he's crazy now. Woo! Again, try to, stay behind these guys. Ow. Do the jump. That's it. Grab. Oh shit. Look at how much more health he has, just because that thing screamed and buffed him. So I guess it is a side effect. You son of a bitch. I'm talking here. I'm just gonna keep clocking you in the head. So yeah, I guess it is just a side effect of them dying as the poison buildup. It's inevitable if you kill them from close range. Which is fine. I mean, it only... I have average. I don't have high. I have average poison resistance right now, and it's causing it to go up, like, barely a third of the bar. So there's not a whole lot to worry about. Okay, there shouldn't have been anything else on the way here. Yeah, I think we're good. I'm pissed off that I missed that scrambler, though. I didn't think he was able to see you from right there. Like, I've never done that before. So normally you'd run over here, and he'd be right here at the start of the steps, and you could just smash him. Sometimes he's hard to hit because you're going to be attacking him on stairs. Old hunter's marks. Okay, and there's no hidden items back here. You'd think there would be. Okay. So that should be it for this little section of the town. There are going to be items scattered down here that are slightly hidden, not exactly easy. Now, you can summon Alfred for this fight. If you take the beckoning bell and ring it here, Alfred will appear. It'll cost 1 insight, just like other summons. But he's very... I'd recommend him. So here's the... If you require assistance, you know to ring the bell. Ring it right there, and boom. He's there to help. If you think you're going to have a lot of trouble with the Bloodstarved Beast, I would highly recommend summoning Alfred, because he does a lot of damage. He helps. Oh, he'll do better than Gascoigne does against the Cleric Beast, I know that. Yeah, Alfred uses a particularly powerful weapon. Now keep yourself at the ready. You know, there's enemies hiding behind every single corner in this place. And they have a lot of health. He poisoned me with a shoulder check. That was weird. I thought only their claws did poison damage. Now you can use fire to your advantage too. If you can make them walk past these spots that are aflame, that'll also hurt really bad. I'm definitely taking advantage of the range I have on these guys with the transformed hunter axe. And we have more cold blood. Do money. Money good. And that's the Bloodstarved Beast. I don't want to fight him yet. So what we're going to do is we are going to Bold Hunter mark our way out of here. I don't have them equipped. And go back to that original lantern at the beginning of Central Yharnam. Or not Central, Old Yharnam. Whew. I wasn't exaggerating. Old Yharnam is definitely tough. It's going to give you a hard time. You're going to die a lot more here than you did in the beginning of the game, I promise you that. So, don't worry about losing scramblers, because if you lose them, it's okay. They'll come back. They will reload and go back to their original spot. We unlocked a shortcut that is just past that little drop-off right there, and we'll be able to go straight back the way we came. It is a-okay. So let's go ahead and return to the Hunter's Dream, make sure we can repair our weapons, configure our equipment, and prepare ourselves for the Bloodstarved Beast fight. It is not going to be easy. Not that the Bloodstarved Beast is, he doesn't have a very large health pool. It's actually a lot smaller compared to much later bosses in the game. But, the real problem with him is that, oh boy, the poison and the amount of damage he does. It'll get you. And Papal Garamond is not out here. I'm going to switch the messengers over to the bandage. I think they look cooler like that. Okay. We have a lot of Blood Echoes too, and Blood Echo items. We're going to want to level up. So let me repair my equipment. And fortify. Let's go ahead and get our Hunter Axe up to +3. We're going to need twin Bloodstone shards now. Go ahead and +3 our Kirk Hammer. And we will +3 our Flame Sprayer. Everything else is just fine the way it is. Cool. And we're going to fortify a little bit for the second slot. And once you hit +3 on a weapon, you unlock the second Blood Gemstone slot. Looks like this one, the Tier 2 one, is the best for that. And we don't have any triangles, we only have a radial slot right now. Okay, looks like we have the best possible one right now. Alright, we are looking good. So, in the next video, we are going to take down Bloodstarved Beast and finish up Old Yharnam. It's going to give us an opportunity to move further in the direction of Cathedral Ward. So, thank you guys so much for watching as always. I have been your faithful host, LPDarkSoulsHD, and I will catch all of you in the next video.